Hi guys, Russell here, Pure Real Estate. I'm here with Alisha, our office manager, and today we're going to do a quick video on property management and some of the changes that have happened in the last 12 months. Welcome, Alisha.
Thank you, Russell.
Let's try this for the 15th time. I know you're nervous, but let's just get stuck into it and go for it.
Alrighty.
So from a sales point of view, we get a lot of questions at the moment from buyers going, how much notice do I need before I can move in when a tenant's on a lease? And an owner going, well, should I sell with a tenant? Shouldn't I sell with a tenant? How much notice do I need to give? So buyer wants to move into a property, how much notice do we need to give?
So as far as 1st of October 2022, legislation has changed. There's some different criteria now as far as issuing notice to leaves on a fixed term and a periodic term tenancy. With regards to sales, a big change is you can't issue a notice to leave to a tenant with 4 weeks notice like you used to. You now have to give the tenants 2 months notice before they can vacate the property. So
now pretty much every circumstance is 2 months.
That's correct.
So previously there was the option to give 30 days if it were an occupier. Now it's
That's exactly right. So now it's all 2 months notice. Of course, when you're on a fixed term tenancy, you can't really end the tenancy before the end of the fixed term. However, on a periodic, it's now 2 months notice to vacate the property.
So if you want if you're on let's just go run a couple of scenarios. You're on a periodic tenancy.
Yes.
And you want to kick the tenant out because you want to sell vacant possession.
Yeah.
Anything changes there? What do we have to do?
Again, your 2 months notice for the end of in order for the sale property to go ahead, or in order when you do have a property up for sale. So you're looking at 2 months notice for that reason. Now, with regards to putting a property up for sale, there is a little term that has changed as well. So now if you do issue a tenant a notice to leave, giving them 2 months notice to vacate the property due to a sale, you cannot relet the property for the next 6 months.
Got it.
So the property needs
Big change.
Yeah, exactly.
So if you're going to commit to selling and moving a tenant on, you need to make sure you're selling.
Absolutely.
Otherwise, you're going to have a property sitting vacant for 6 months.
Exactly. That's exactly right. Another reason as far as asking a tenant to leave on a periodic tenancy is if you've got to do major renovations on the property. So that includes redoing the kitchen or redoing the bathroom or somewhere where the tenant can't physically live in the property whilst the work is going on.
Got it.
So that's another reason you can ask the tenants to vacate the property. And another one is if you, either yourself or a family member wishes to move into the property, you can ask the tenant to leave. Again, they're all with 2 months notice, and quite often they will monitor. So you do have 6 months before you.
So even in that scenario, so I can't put my brother in it, go, hey brother, move into the place because I want to get rid of the tenant, and 2 weeks later kick him out and re-tenant it?
Absolutely not. So you again cannot relet the property for another 6 months.
Got it.
The rules have become a little bit more difficult as far as periodic tenancies are concerned, but there are ways to sort of avoid, getting yourselves or getting stuck in this situation. For all our landlords out there, we recommend no longer to accept periodic leases. What you can do, however, is maybe accept a short-term lease. So just do a 3-month lease if you or the tenant need that flexibility. That way, at least you're covered, and
Yeah, and we're in a rental market where finding another tenant, if a tenant does vacate short notice, isn't really an issue.
Absolutely.
We're finding probably from the conversations I'm hearing from the property management team, it's the tenant that's needing more flexibility than the owners.
Correct.
So if they want to move, if they're buying a house or renovating or need to move into their own place within a certain amount of time, they can't just go, I'll take 6 or 12 months.
Exactly.
So that's probably the biggest issue we're seeing at the moment.
And with your fixed term leases as well, you've still got your non-remedy breach and your non-livability and all those clauses that are still in place. Cool. It's just these new ones that are more applicable for periodic tenancies.
Yep, sounds good.
Used to, the
It's got to keep going.
But then Milo's going to have, this is harder than I imagined it to be.